Hello, welcome everyone, and congratulations to all 168 of our Spring 2020 School of Information graduates. Today we're honoring 45 graduates from our Master of Information Management and Systems, MIMS program, 107 from our Master in Data Science, MIDS program, and 12 from our Master in Cybersecurity, MICS program, plus our 4 Ph.D.s. Quite an impressive lineup. Our graduates come from across the country and around the globe, including Brazil, Thailand, the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, Uganda, Germany, and India. Many of them managed to complete their programs while juggling family, work, and school. And many in this year's group graduating in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic have also taken on the added responsibility of homeschooling their children or caring for a loved one. It's dynamic times like these when the cross-disciplinary expertise and blend of quantitative and qualitative knowledge that we see in our iSchool graduates is of paramount importance. Now more than ever, we need experts to help surface the sources of misinformation, to visualize trends in disease emergence and spread, to find ways to leverage health data while still protecting privacy. Even before I arrived at Berkeley in January, I had an appreciation for the formidable talent emerging from the iSchool. At Microsoft Research, where I led several labs, I had the opportunity to work with iSchool Ph.D. Dana Boyd, who became one of my closest colleagues at Microsoft. As you know, Dana, who graduated in 2008, is a distinguished researcher and author and founder of the Data and Society Institute. Our work together initiated a long conversation over many years that has informed my view of the world in myriad ways and still continues today. All of which is to say, I've seen what you're capable of, and I can't wait for you to get out there and make it happen. While our current situation makes it impossible to celebrate with everyone in person, we wanted to find a way to honor the many accomplishments of this year's graduating class. The dedication and resilience that all of our students have shown during this time of great challenge and uncertainty is so inspiring. This video is our effort to pay tribute to the graduates from each of our degree programs. You will hear from the head graduate advisor of each of our 4 graduate programs, as well as from our student leaders. They will offer their thoughts and announce the end of the year awards, including the Distinguished Faculty Award and the Capstone Award winner from each program. Before I close, I want to take a moment to congratulate the families and friends who are celebrating with us. You have been part of the amazing support network for our graduates and a big reason for their success these past few years. Thank you all so much for joining us in this tribute to our graduates. Go Bears.
Congratulations to the class of 2020, to the MIMS program, the MICS program, the MIDS program, and of course our PhD students. And I also want to congratulate the faculty, the staff, everybody at the iSchool who makes all this possible, and all of our friends around the campus as well. Under normal circumstances, this would be the best day of the year. That feeling of joy, the feeling of aspiration that we all have at graduation. And this is definitely not normal circumstances, as you can tell. For each of us personally, And of course, for the information technology world that we all care about, that we all came here to study, that we all have some very close intellectual and in many cases personal relationship to. I'll tell you about my personal story of being here. We'll all have our narrative of what happened to us in the winter and spring of 2020. Listen, I can't wait to hear some of yours when we can actually get back together and be in a place where we can talk face to face again. But it's kind of crazy. Short version is 3 months ago, I was on sabbatical, living in Los Angeles, doing a short walk every day to work at the Bradbury building. If you remember the building from Blade Runner, that's where I was working. It was super fun. Sort of falling in love with Los Angeles, every kind of sneaking away on an occasional afternoon to go to one of the museums in the neighborhood where I was living. And then boom, here we are. And I know in some respects that's a kind of a trivial story in relation to the kind of stress and discontinuity that many of you must have felt over the last couple of weeks. But what's on my mind today is just how important and central the work of the iSchool is and the work that we all do to moving from where we are right now in this kind of sense of abnormality to some kind of new normal or some kind of changed circumstances where it's pretty clear that technology is going to play a much greater role in our lives. And so when I think of what makes the iSchool special with regard to that kind of technology, I kind of break it up for myself into 3 categories. There's the engineering piece, the technology that makes it all possible. There's the political economy piece, the business models, the power and influence in markets of the companies and the organizations that build and deploy the technology. And then finally, there's what I would call speech, how people interact, how they try to understand each other, sometimes deceive each other, how we kind of look together to define what's true and meaningful in this new digital and virtual environment. And if you scratch the surface of where we are in the spring of 2020, it seems to me that it's a really good time to ask ourselves, have we actually made progress on each of those dimensions as we move forward? And have kind of the education that we all engaged in at the iSchool helped us to do that? And I kind of think the answer to that question is probably going to be yes. So you can make a list of the things that really matter to you in that regard. I think graduation time is actually a really good time to make that list so that a couple of years from now, 5 years, 6 years, whatever, you can ask yourself, did I make progress? Did the world make progress? And did I make a contribution to that progress? So I care about supply chains and security. I care about the ability of what we're going to have to be able to do to go out and assess whether or not a vaccine works, whether or not we can deploy a vaccine to 7 billion people, whether we can assess the safety and efficacy of it as it moves into that world. These are the kinds of issues that I think the intersection of engineering, political economy, and speech issues connected to information technology are going to determine the success or failure, really, of what happens on the other side of this pandemic. And so you can make your own list. I think it's a really good thing to do. One of the things that I've learned from my iSchool community, and I mean the faculty, the staff, the students, really everyone, is that there's always multiple ways to continue to do whatever your list of priorities are. You can do basic research, you can do applied research, you can go out and start a company, you can build technology, you can create policy environments that make all these things possible, you can design interfaces, you can measure how human beings interact and engage with each other in this environment, you can create conflict resolution tools. You can make a lot of money, you can make no money at all. You can do it in the San Francisco Bay Area, or you can do it somewhere else in the world, anywhere in the world. But whatever you're going to do, I guarantee that it's going to be in the sweet spot that defines what the iSchool is. You know, our webpage says we advance knowledge and practice everywhere that human beings and digital technologies intersect. And that really means a lot to me. Tell me there's a better place in the world to do that right now. And tell me there's a better time or a time where human beings need to do that better. I just can't think of one. So I have to say, I'm really proud to sit here and kind of send out this message of congratulations as best I can to everyone. But I'm even prouder to know that next year, I'm going to be able to hear all about the different ways that the people of the graduating class of 2020 have gone out into the world and made a difference with these new tools that they have. We've got a big hole to climb out of as we dig out of what's just happened to us and the things that we're going to have to do over the next year to escape this pandemic, to escape the debt that we've created to kind of ease the transition out of it, and to escape and really kind of capitalize on all of the social and economic and political discontinuities that this pandemic has brought us and that it's made possible. Things can be really different on the other side if we want them to be. So in some respects, I kind of think as bizarrely as this seems, or as bizarre as this seems, it's kind of an awesome day. So go out and celebrate, or I guess I should say, stay in and celebrate. Maybe one day we'll be able to go out and celebrate together. But tomorrow, it's time to get back to the work that defines our lives and that we came here at the iSchool to advance. Congratulations to everybody. Next, we're going to take a few minutes to introduce the degree recipients from each of our 4 programs. And so first, I'd like to introduce Marty Hurst, Professor Marty Hurst, who is going to introduce the graduates from our Masters of Information Management and Systems program, known affectionately to all of us as MIMS.
Congratulations to the class of 2020, and in particular to the MIMS students who worked so hard to finish their final project, their capstone projects. I know this is not the standard way that we celebrate the completion of your projects. We're not going to stand for pictures and congratulate all of you, but we can do this in virtual space. I'm sure you're all proud of each other, and I hope you got a tremendous amount out of both the 2 years of the program and of doing your final projects. So what is the capstone project? It's meant to encapsulate everything that you've learned in the project and pull it all together. Our students are interdisciplinary. We work in both the social side of technology as well as the nuts and bolts of doing that technology. And all graduating MIMS students complete a team capstone project to allow them to work closely with others in a team and pull together everything they've learned in one place. From databases and design to intellectual property and intelligent algorithms, from information visualization to information accessibility, security, and fairness. It all comes together in the final project. The Chen Award offers the top projects each semester, chosen by a team of judges. And it's my honor this year to announce the winners of this project. But everyone did great projects, and this is just really the icing on the cake. It's a way to bring special attention to the very top projects. We're very fortunate now to have a really deep, outstanding set of alumni for the MIMS program. And we had 8 fantastic judges come and lend their expertise and experience to deciding who the winners would be. These judges were Andrea Gagliano, Paul Glenn, Timothy Meyer, Galen Panger, Meredith Hitchcock, Ricky Holtz, Dwala Mumdarjar, and Sumit Solanki. I had the pleasure of teaching a number of these students, and I've had the pleasure of overseeing MIMS students in doing projects and courses for, I guess, 23 years since 1997 when the project started. And we just keep getting better and better. You can rely on the alumni network not only for job opportunities, but for life experiences. The alumni, you're in the program for 2 years, but you're always a part of the iSchool family. And doing the final project is a way to bring closeness to all of you in this shared experience. All right, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. There's 2 winners. The judges chose 2 winners out of the projects. The first winner is Sweep Smart. This project looked at why do people get tickets in Oakland for parking? Well, we need to keep the streets clean. Why do we need to do that? Trying to bring understanding between the city government and the people who live and work in Oakland, and to maybe reduce the number of tickets by increasing transparency. This project has it all. It has databases, it has information visualization, it has working with the community, working with the government officials. The project advisor was Professor Farid, and the team members were Yi Gai, Jessie Liu, Toby Yang, Anna Waldo, and Z Lee. Congratulations to the entire team. All right, and the second project winner was Malochi. This was approachable virtual reality content creation. And the judges were really quite impressed by this iSchool project. They called it very iSchooly. They thought being able to create content more easily in a VR environment has a ton of applications for education, democratizing access to content creation, and more. The project advisor was Kimiko Ryokai, and the project members were Michael Gudensson, Saranja Sandarajaran, Masha Belyi, and Jennifer Moma, and Yejun Wu. So congratulations to all of you for fantastic work. So next on the agenda are the IMSA President and Vice President, Young-Yi Wong and Max Ingraham Rakatansky.
Thanks for having us. We're super excited to announce this year's IMSA Commencement Award winners. The winners were voted by both MIMS cohorts and also the PhD students. To kick things off, we will first present the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award. This award goes to a member of the graduating class who showed an extraordinary commitment to facilitating the learning of students in one or more classes they served as a graduate student instructor. I am very proud to announce that this year's Outstanding Teaching Award goes to Tanvi Sunku. Tanvi was the GSI for Info 202 in the fall semester, a class that I was taking. Every time I saw her that semester, she was always surrounded by students from my cohort asking her questions. In hindsight, I am very surprised that she wasn't actively running away from us every time she saw us. Instead, she was patient and went the extra mile, such as staying in the co-lab much later than she had to, just to answer questions about assignments students were struggling with. So congratulations, Tanvi, you really deserve this award. The next award, the MIMS Spirit Award, goes to a member of the graduating class who demonstrated outstanding outreach with first-year MIMS students and had a strong bond with the iSchool community both inside and outside of South Hall. Given what I just described, it should be no surprise that this year's MIMS Spirit Award goes to no other than Michael Gudensson. Whether it was in the class or just hanging out in South Hall, Michael was always so fun to be around. Recently, a friend brought up a very early MIMS. It was MIMS Welcome Day and Michael was giving a group tour. During this tour, Michael made it pretty clear that he didn't know much about the histories of the buildings he was pointing to, but it really didn't matter because he was so enthusiastic and his energy really made the whole experience enjoyable. Throughout this past year, Michael always had a way to keep people's spirits up, and we're really going to miss having that bright, positive energy around next year. Now I'll pass it on to Max to announce the next award.
Thanks, Jen. Each year, IMSA recognizes a distinguished faculty member from iSchool. This faculty member shows exceptional leadership and commitment to improving the academic lives of students and provides sound professional and academic guidance throughout the course of the year. This year, I'm exceptionally pleased to present the IMSA Award for Distinguished Faculty to Coy Cheshire and to his many rabbits. Whether it is through his own classes where he radiates a passion for all things social or statistically significant, or through his willingness as an academic advisor, Coy showcases a unique enthusiasm and openness that is as rare as it is infectious. I'll take COVID-19 over COVID-19 any day. Coy's warmth and sincerity embodies the very values in which the MIMS program is founded on. Whether inside or outside the classroom, Coy never fails to commit his undivided attention and time to assisting others in pursuing the path that is right for them. Some of my most varied and engaging conversations this year have been with Coy, and I look forward to many more to come. Congratulations again for the well-deserved award.
To wrap things up, on behalf of the MIMS 21s, we just want to say congratulations to the entire graduating class. You all have worked so hard for this, and we're sure that today will only be the beginning of many, many more proud moments for you.
Congratulations to the award winners and to all of our 2020 MIMS graduates. Next, we want to recognize the 2020 graduates from our MIDS program, Masters of Information and Data Science. And to do that, let me introduce you to Adjunct Assistant Professor Alex D. Hughes.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. On behalf of the University of California, Berkeley, on behalf of the School of Information, and on behalf of each of the faculty who you've had classes with, a well-deserved congratulations for finishing your degree. I'm here today, out in front of South Hall, to present a couple of awards. We present a MIDS Capstone Showcase Award, And we also present a TA Excellence Award. From each graduating class, a panel of faculty members select a single capstone project that exemplifies the ideals that we strive to achieve as data scientists from the School of Information. This year's winner, Sidewalkie, by Amy Brendan, Anu Sankar, Annie Lane, and Emily Rapport, is a fantastic project that began from a user-centered design sort of point of view and asked, what would someone who's mobility disabled most want to know in order to be able to navigate their life? Through conversations with individuals and through conversations with stakeholders in the city of Milwaukee, the team was able to design an app and a program that pulls Google image data and identifies curb breaks and problems in curve breaks so that individuals who are on wheelchairs or individuals who are on walkers can successfully navigate from place to place. The faculty panel appreciated the user design standpoint to begin with. It appreciated the depth of the technical work that the team did, and it also appreciated that the team built the project in a way that it is extensible. This project doesn't seem to end after receiving this award, but instead, because they've built the code and documented the code and built it so that they can pass it to other individuals who are similarly motivated, we expect to see Sidewalkie take place in other cities that also want to create a more equitable landscape for individuals. Congratulations to the Sidewalkie team. Now, we picked this team as one out of a series of fantastic projects. We had projects who were identifying cracks in machine learning edge devices. There were projects who were working to understand the immigration system and the features that increase or decrease the ability of an individual to have a successful stay granted on their presence in the United States. We had a team who built a computer vision system that reads ASL signs so that an individual who is deaf or who is audibly impaired, I don't know if that's the right term, an individual who speaks ASL is able to communicate to a non-ASL speaker if they were ordering a coffee. We had teams who did fantastic work of all stripes. Thank you for your hard work and congratulations on completing these projects. I'd also like to highlight Ivan Fahn. Ivan is the TA award winner voted for by the students for the individual who is the most supportive as a TA. I was able to interact with Ivan, though I didn't ever have class with him. Mike Rivera had class with him and says, through working with Ivan, he realized what a hard worker, what a capable individual Ivan was. And it seems that you all, as graduating students, saw that as well. So congratulations to Ivan.
Congratulations, graduates. My name is Su-Young Wong, Senior Director of Student Affairs here at the iSchool. I have the honor of announcing the MIDS Distinguished Faculty Award. Professor Alex Hughes is the recipient of the award this year, as voted by the MIDS graduating class of spring 2020. Professor Hughes is being honored for his work in teaching the popular elective DataSci W241 Experiments and Causal Inference. It is well known within the MIDS community the amount of time and effort that Professor Hughes has spent every term to make this course one of the best experiences for each student in the program. But beyond his work in the classroom, I also want to take a moment to highlight Professor Hughes' work as the head graduate advisor for the MIDS program, a role in which I'm fortunate to work with him on a regular basis. In this role, Professor Hughes is asked to manage various aspects of the program from development to strategy every semester, and it is no exaggeration that Professor Hughes has thought carefully about each and every touch point of the program from a student experience standpoint. He's generous with his time with everyone and is always kind and gracious with anyone who reaches out for his advice. We have all benefited from our time in working with Professor Hughes. So once again, congratulations to Alex on a well-deserved honor.
Congratulations to Alex and to all of the MIDS graduates. And now to introduce only the second graduating cohort from our new Masters of Information and Cybersecurity program, otherwise known as MICS, let me introduce Adjunct Professor Chris Hufnagel.
Class of 2020, congratulations on your graduation. It is an honor to join my colleagues Steve Weber, Marty Hurst, Alex Hughes, and Coy Cheshire to celebrate it with you. My name is Chris Hufnagel, and I'm the Graduate Advisor for the Masters in Information and Cybersecurity program. My only regret today is that we're not celebrating in person, because each of you deserves recognition for your sacrifices and hard work in this program. You're entering a critically important field. You learned in my class how cybersecurity envelops almost all of our civil rights nowadays. The free speech, free association, the privacy, the intimacies, and access to information that makes an enlightenment society possible is going to be in your hands in a real sense. One of my pleasures in serving as head graduate advisor is getting to announce the winners of our capstone projects. All graduating MICS students complete a capstone project that presents a synthesis of their work in the program. The first, the Lily L. Chang Award, honors the top project each year, as chosen by a team of judges from the industry. The second is the Video Award, a new one made this year. But before I get to the awards, let me talk about all the projects. There were 3 this year. In Resilient Iris Recognition, the team focused on insecurities in iris recognition. This is a fascinating project where the team demonstrated how photographs of irises could be used to fool standard scanners used to do biometric identification and authentication. The team created a combined hardware and software solution that is very impressive. It even uses machine learning to detect the liveness of the subject. I think this is a critical security measure, and as we move away from our dependence on passwords and move towards biometrics, we're going to need interventions just like this team has provided. The second project I want to talk about is That's a Hard Pass. Like the previous team, That's a Hard Pass developed a hardware-software solution to the problem of weak and forgotten passwords. The team developed a hardware key that you could carry around with you, secured by a local password, that you could use anywhere to provide strong credentials. I can't do the project its full justice in a short time, but let me say that the team really thought about privacy. They thought about all the likely security threats that would be levied against this hardware-software combination, and they've designed the system so that it feels safe. It's a system where your passwords, well, for now, your reliance on passwords doesn't matter if the key is stolen or if there's a security breach of the system itself. And with time, as we move away from passwords, this project solution would support passwordless authentication. It's a really important series of developments and hard work. Finally, the third project was called Privacy Beyond Privacy Settings, a Twitter case study. I really like this project. It helps users understand and control their personal brand on social media. I think this is very important because as we use the web and internet-related services, we don't really have a live audience to reflect back perceptions of our behaviors. We don't have a good idea what other users are thinking, and we often project our own ideas onto them. The Privacy Beyond Privacy Settings project is kind of like the friend who tells you honestly how you look in your Twitter genes. It evaluates your profile and tells you how you might be assessed as liberal or conservative. And of course, there's a huge amount of room for growth so that one could understand other dimensions of one's social media presence. So I'm delighted to announce that That's a Hard Pass, the second project I discussed, is the Lily L. Chang Award winner. So congratulations, team. That team includes Jasdeep Basra, Pascal Issa, Aldo Lagruta, and Stephanie Perkins. So congratulations to all of you for your hard work. The judges were really impressed with what you did. The second award is a Video Award. And this one goes to Privacy Beyond Privacy Settings, the Twitter case study. This project really made a connection with the judges. They were very impressed on how you communicated it and how important it is to those of us who use social media. So congratulations to that team as well. Finally, I just have a minute to wrap up and to give our faculty our award. We have, I think, 28 faculty in the MICS program now, and we're all working our hardest to provide excellent content and mentorship, and even friendship at times. We see MICS instructors do things like go to the DEF CON conference and other events to meet students, and it's really a devoted bunch. But this year's faculty award winner really goes beyond the others. Amit Elazari was described with so many superlatives in her reviews that she was the clear winner of our faculty award this year. Amit Elazari is a graduate of Berkeley. She earned her J.D. Ph.D. In my program at the law school, and she's now head of cybersecurity for Intel. She's a fantastic, devoted instructor who cares so much about all of you, and I know that she will be delighted to get the news of this award, so well deserved. But turning back to you, I want you to always remember us here at Berkeley. I want you to be part of our social network, and I hope to get to see you and watch you grow and develop in your cybersecurity career.
Congratulations to all our MICS graduates. Now, to honor the achievements of our 4 PhD graduates, let me introduce to you Head Graduate Advisor, Professor Coy Cheshire.
Hello, everyone. It is my great honor and privilege to announce this year's graduating class from the School of Information PhD program. Our PhD students engage in interdisciplinary research, which is reflected in their different multi-year dissertation projects. Our PhDs combine a wide range of disciplines in their work, including computer science, the social sciences, philosophy, and law, just to name a few. In addition, our students draw on a wide range of different theoretical perspectives and methodologies. Some conduct research using deep ethnographies, while others design controlled social experiments in the laboratory. Some of our PhDs apply their skills in data science to examine research questions with large and often unwieldy data, and others design and build new interfaces, technologies, and interactive installations. Now, the long road that a PhD student takes in pursuit of the degree is also not an entirely solitary process. They work with their dissertation advisors over many years on different projects, culminating with their dissertation. But most important of all, one's journey to complete the PhD over so many years is made possible because of the love and the support of family. The mothers, fathers, spouses, partners, as well as fellow graduate students, staff, and friends. This year, we are proud to have 4 graduating PhD students. I will now read the names of each of our PhD graduates, along with their dissertation title and the name of their primary advisor. Now, of course, I am filming this from home during an ongoing shelter-in-place here in California. And many of you already know that I have several house rabbits that live here in our home. So if you will indulge me, I have asked some of my furry friends to help me by preparing the list of PhD graduates for 2020. Bunnies. Thank you, bunnies. Now, without further delay, here are the 2020 PhD graduates at the UC Berkeley School of Information. First, Guanghua Qi. His dissertation entitled Migration and Social Networks, New Insights from Novel Data, and his primary advisor, Professor Josh Blumenstock. Congratulations, Guanghua. Second, Max Curran. His dissertation entitled Sensor-Mediated Empathy, a Mixed Methods Investigation of Social Biosensing. His primary advisor, Professor John Chuang. Congratulations, Max. Third, Nora Howell. Her dissertation, Emotional Meaning Making with Data. Primary advisor, Professor Kamiko Ryokai. Congratulations, Nora. And our fourth graduating student this year, Richmond Wong. His dissertation, Values by Design Imaginaries, exploring values advocacy work in user experience practice. And his primary advisor, Professor Deirdre Mulligan. Congratulations, Richmond. So in closing, I again want to thank all of the family, the friends, the faculty, and staff who support our PhD students in their journey to complete this prestigious and hard-earned degree. And to our graduating PhDs. As the head graduate advisor for the PhD program, I am so fortunate that I had the opportunity to get to know each of you over the past many years. Guanghua, Max, Nora, Richmond, on behalf of the entire faculty of the School of Information, I wish you a heartfelt congratulations. We all look forward to celebrating with you in person as soon as possible. Thank you.
Well, just a couple of last words. I bet for many people this has been the most unexpected graduation ceremony. But most importantly, again, one more congratulations to the class of 2020. You know, it's always called commencement, and that's always struck me as a little bit cheesy, but it really is the beginning of something and not the end of something. I remember when I graduated from grad school, that last push to the end was just so exhausting that it certainly didn't feel like the beginning of anything new. It just felt like a relief to be done. But a few days later, a few weeks later, I kind of got the logic of why they call it commencement. I went out to do other things, and I realized that it was all about drawing on the experiences, the education, and really more than anything else, the people that I met when I was in grad school, the people I hung out with, the people I studied with, the people I consoled me when I was stuck trying to finish a dissertation in that last few weeks, as I'm sure many folks on this video also have had to do a dissertation, a final project. By the way, some of them were just unbelievably awesome to watch. And so I want to congratulate everybody again and remind you that it's the beginning, not the end, of your relationship with each other, of your relationship with the School of Information, with your relationship with UC Berkeley. It's the alumni community, actually, that makes the iSchool increasingly strong as we go. And so please, 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 stay in touch with each other, stay in touch with us. Let us know what you're doing. We'll let you know what we're doing. Congratulations on your graduation. Congratulations to the families, to the faculty, to the staff, to everybody at the iSchool, everybody at Berkeley who made this possible. And as I said, go out and celebrate, stay in and celebrate, but just make sure that you stay in touch with us. And we'll look forward to seeing you physically, perhaps, at some point soon. Thanks so much for giving me the chance to spend a little time with you while you were here at the iSchool. Bye-bye.